Welcome to Occult Archives, where we uncover the mysteries, the myths and legends behind history's most feared books.
Yeah, some really fascinating stuff.
From mystical grimoires
Oh, yeah.
to ancient religious texts,
Mm-hmm.
these books carry secrets too dangerous to be read.
Too dangerous to be read, that's right.
I am your host,
And I'm the expert.
and today we have a truly special deep dive.
Oh, good one.
You, our listeners, have shared with us a text that has captivated imaginations for centuries.
It has.
The Secret Book of Artephius.
Yeah.
The title alone, whispers of hidden knowledge.
Hidden knowledge.
An author shrouded in mystery.
A mysterious author, that's for sure.
And a quest for something beyond the ordinary.
Yes, beyond the ordinary.
Our mission today
Mm.
is to navigate the alchemical secrets within these pages.
Okay.
Understand the core concepts, and perhaps even glimpse why this book has been whispered about for centuries.
Yeah, this is a text steeped in the language of alchemy. A field that, while often misunderstood, represents a fascinating blend of early chemistry, philosophy, and spiritual pursuit.
It does.
Now we have Artephius himself,
Yeah.
claiming to have lived for 1,000 years
He does.
through the use of his secrets.
1,000 years, that's a
Quite a claim.
bold statement.
Yeah.
Let's unpack what those secrets might be.
Let's do that.
Okay. Right from the start, Artephius mentions a white oil incombustible
Okay.
and the ability to whiten laton,
Right.
which he clarifies as gold.
Mm-hmm.
He talks about reducing perfect bodies, again, specifically gold,
Right.
to their prima materia, a first matter of white sulfur
Okay.
and argent vive,
Right.
also known as quicksilver.
Which is mercury.
What's the significance of this whitening process and this white oil?
So the whitening is a crucial stage
Okay.
in alchemical processes,
Mm-hmm.
often associated with purification
Mm-hmm.
and the creation of the white stone, a precursor to the more famous red philosopher's stone.
Oh, okay, interesting.
White oil represents a highly refined essence of gold, resistant to fire, signifying its purity and potential for transformation.
I see. So the white oil is...
What's fascinating here is that Artephius isn't just talking about changing one base metal into a noble one.
No.
He's focusing on perfecting even the noblest of metals, gold itself. So the real insight here isn't just about surface-level changes.
Yeah.
It's about breaking things down to their absolute essence,
Right.
a concept that resonates even beyond alchemy,
I see.
thinking about fundamental building blocks.
So it's not just about changing lead into gold. It's about a more fundamental transformation of the elements themselves.
That's right.
Starting with gold as the ultimate perfect substance. Precisely. Artephius details a process using Saturnine antimony,
Okay.
which he notes shares the nature of Saturn and agrees with gold
Interesting.
and mercurial sublimate
Uh-huh.
to extract a living and incombustible water, essentially a highly reactive solvent.
Capable of dissolving and purifying metals like gold?
So,
He explicitly states that without the argent vive from this antimony, no metal can be whitened.
this vinegar of the mountains, as he calls it,
Yeah.
seems particularly crucial.
It is.
It's described as being of Sol and Luna, meaning gold and silver,
Yeah.
and having a double substance of argentum vivum.
Uh-huh.
Tell us more about why it holds such a central role.
This water is not ordinary vinegar.
Okay.
It's an alchemical preparation designed to break down the metallic structure of gold and silver at a fundamental level.
Okay.
The argentum vivum, or quicksilver, derived from both antimony and mercurial sublimate,
Right.
gives it a potent dissolving power, while the connection to gold and silver ensures an affinity for these noble metals.
Exactly.
If we connect this to the bigger picture of alchemical philosophy,
Okay.
the idea of a universal solvent
Uh.
that can reduce substances to their primal state is a recurring theme.
He even says this water can reincrudate metallic bodies with the conservation of their species. That sounds like taking them back to a primal state without losing their essential nature.
It does.
Why is this step so important for transmutation, in your understanding?
Exactly. To truly transform something, you often need to break it down to its most basic components before reassembling it in a new, perfected form.
Yeah.
This reincreation allows for the removal of impurities and the infusion of the desired qualities. Now, Artephius emphasizes that this process revives and multiplies the perfect body, suggesting a revitalization rather than just a simple chemical change.
Now, beyond the purely physical processes, Artephius delves into more philosophical territory, using terms like spirit, soul, and body to describe metals.
He does.
He talks about his water turning bodies into a white vapor, which is a soul, which is whiteness itself.
Yeah.
How should we interpret these terms in an alchemical context?
You're right. The language shifts here.
It does.
In alchemy, these terms represent different aspects
Yeah.
of a substance.
So.
The body is the physical form.
Yeah.
The soul is often associated with its vital essence or tincture, its inherent color and qualities. And the spirit is a more volatile, active principle.
Right.
The goal is often to liberate and purify the soul and spirit from the body, and then reunite them in a more perfected state.
I see.
What's fascinating here is how Artephius links these abstract concepts to observable changes, like the white vapor, representing the soul.
Okay.
Think of it like a gold coin.
Okay.
The body is the physical metal. The soul is its inherent golden quality and shine, and the spirit could be seen as its malleability, or its ability to be transformed.
So when he talks about making bodies volatile and spiritual, it's about unlocking these inner essences.
Precisely.
I see.
He describes the water as a vegetable, mineral, and animal fire
Uh-huh.
that conserves the fixed spirits of Sol and Luna, but destroys and conquers their bodies, transforming them into a humid substance, soft and fluid,
Okay.
capable of penetrating and perfecting other metals. This fire isn't just combustion, it's an active principle of transformation.
Fire seems to play a multifaceted role. He mentions a preternatural fire, the moist fire, the secret, hidden, and invisible fire.
Yeah. He gets quite poetic with it, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah.
And later details 3 specific fires: a lamp fire, an ash heat, and the natural fire of water itself. This is quite different from simply heating things with a flame, isn't it?
Indeed, alchemical fire is not always about intense heat.
Okay.
It can refer to controlled digestion, the action of the dissolving water, or even a more metaphorical inner fire, driving the transformation.
Right.
The 3 fires he mentions represent different levels and types of energy applied during the process.
Okay.
So the lamp fire provides a continuous, gentle heat. Think of a pilot light.
Yeah.
The ash heat burying the vessel offers a more uniform and moderate warmth, like burying something in hot sand. And the natural fire of water refers back to the active dissolving and transformative power of his special water.
And these processes lead to specific color changes, right?
They do.
He mentions blackness as the beginning of whiteness, followed by citrinity, and redness.
Good.
Can you elaborate on the significance of these color stages? So, in our quest to decode Artephius, we've now moved from the initial purification to these fascinating color changes.
These color changes are key indicators of the progress of the alchemical work.
Okay.
Blackness often signifies putrefaction and the breakdown of the initial substance, a kind of alchemical death, a necessary step before rebirth.
Interesting.
Whiteness represents purification and the emergence of the white stone, as Artephius noted.
Full cleansing as well.
Yeah, you could view it that way. Redness, the final stage, is associated with the perfected red stone, or philosopher's stone, capable of transmuting base metals into gold and potentially conferring other benefits.
Right.
Artephius mentions citrinity as an intermediate stage between white and red,
Okay.
a yellowing that precedes the final perfection, like the dawn before full daylight.
Towards the end, Artephius talks about multiplying the tincture by dissolving, coagulating, and reiterating the process.
Right.
He even suggests achieving 100-fold, then 1,000-fold increase.
Yeah, he really ups the ante there, doesn't he?
He does. Is this a literal multiplication of the transmuting substance, or is he speaking metaphorically? So is this repetition just about increasing quantity, or does it also refine the quality of the tincture with each cycle?
It's likely a combination.
Okay.
While the idea of a substance literally multiplying infinitely is improbable,
Right.
the concept of reiteration suggests a cyclical process of purification and enhancement. Each repetition could potentially increase the potency and effectiveness of the alchemical tincture, allowing it to transmute greater quantities of base metals. Artephius uses the analogy of planting a seed in the womb and repeating the process, emphasizing a kind of alchemical generation and growth.
Finally, Artephius himself claims to have lived for 1,000 years, thanks to this wonderful quintessence,
Right.
he also hints at a certain thing that he cannot reveal. A secret of secrets.
The ultimate secret.
How do we reconcile these extraordinary claims with the more practical-sounding alchemical processes he describes?
So Artephius's longevity claim should likely be viewed within the context of alchemical symbolism and the pursuit of spiritual perfection.
Right.
Rather than a literal 1,000-year lifespan, the wonderful quintessence, could be interpreted as the perfected alchemical substance, providing not just material wealth, but also spiritual and physical well-being, a holistic form of perfection.
I see.
The secret of secrets is a common trope in esoteric literature, suggesting a crucial piece of knowledge that can only be attained through direct experience, divine revelation, or guidance from a master. It adds to the mystique and the sense that the book, while revealing much, still holds a deeper, perhaps ineffable truth.
Right.
He even mentions that this secret might be revealed by God or a master, but experience helps in understanding it, even within the book.
So after diving deep into the Secret Book of Artephius, we see a complex system of alchemical principles focused on the transformation of matter, particularly gold, through unique dissolving water and carefully controlled fires. The journey involves breaking down, purifying, and reconstituting substances at a fundamental level, guided by concepts of spirit, soul, and body, and marked by significant color changes. And at the heart of it all, the elusive promise of transmutation and perhaps even longevity.
What's fascinating here is the blend of practical instruction, veiled language, and philosophical ideas.
It is.
Artephius provides a glimpse into a worldview where matter is not inert, but possesses a vital essence that can be coaxed and perfected. It invites us to consider the deeper connections between the physical and the spiritual in the pursuit of knowledge. Even if we don't believe in literal transmutation today, are there any parallels in modern science or philosophy to Artephius's concepts of transformation and purification?
That's an interesting thought.
What stands out to you is how much Artephius emphasizes the role of nature itself in perfecting the work, suggesting that the alchemist is more of a guide and facilitator than a direct manipulator.
For you, the listener, consider this. What resonates most with you from Artephius's text? Is it the scientific-sounding processes, the symbolic language, or the incredible claims of the author?
Good question.
This deep dive is just the beginning. The mysteries of alchemy and the Secret Book of Artephius continue to beckon those who seek to understand the hidden workings of the universe.
This text also raises an important question about the nature of secrets and knowledge.
It does.
Why shroud seemingly practical processes in such cryptic language?
That's a good question.
Perhaps it was to protect the knowledge, or perhaps the alchemists believed that true understanding required a certain level of inner work and spiritual insight.
Indeed, a thought to ponder. Until our next deep dive, keep those curious minds engaged.
Always engage.